Can just $350 a month really? Build a university fund, create a $150,000 head start by age 18, and potentially grow into millions by retirement. If you map it out on a standard compound interest calculator, the numbers look flawless. But outside the calculator, building wealth for your kids is never a straight line. Today, we're putting this $350 a month approach under the microscope to see what it actually takes to make it work in practice. Let's see what survives the lab check. Here's how the money is split. 3 buckets designed to balance government grants, flexibility, and liquidity. First, roughly $208 a month goes into an RESP. That gets you to the $2,500 annual contribution level needed to maximize the Canada Education Savings Grant. For eligible contributions, the federal government provides a 20% match up to that annual limit, handing you an extra $500 of free capital every single year, up to a lifetime grant limit of $7,200. Next, the plan allocates $100 a month to a non-registered investment account for flexible access, since the funds aren't tied to education. Finally, the remaining $42 a month goes into a high-interest savings account to build an immediate cash reserve for short-term needs. Assuming an average 8% annual return over 18 years, here's what the numbers look like. The RESP, including government grants, grows to roughly $98,500. The non-registered account reaches $47,000. Assuming today's high-interest savings rates remain relatively stable, the cash savings sit at over $11,500. That is a total stack of roughly $157,000 by the time they graduate high school. Even crazier, if that portfolio remained invested after age 18 and continued compounding at the same assumed return, it could potentially grow into a multi-million-dollar asset by retirement. But here's the problem. It sounds perfect, but 3 risks can change those results. The first risk is sequence of returns risk. An RESP has a hard deadline, age 18, when tuition bills arrive. Expecting an unbroken, smooth 8% stock market return all the way to the finish line is dangerous. If the portfolio is entirely in equities and a market crash hits when your child is 16 or 17, your capital can shrink significantly right when you need to cash out. To protect the money, you need to gradually shift from volatile stocks into fixed income as university approaches. But remember, that de-risking process will naturally pull your average lifetime return below that 8% baseline. The second risk is the silent drag of annual taxation. The plan allocates $100 a month to a non-registered account for flexible access. But unlike a tax shelter, it triggers annual tax leakage. Every year, dividends and, in some cases, capital gains distributions can create taxable income that is added to your personal return and taxed at your marginal rate. Over 18 years, this ongoing tax drag eats away at your final growth unless you explicitly choose highly tax-efficient total return index structures. The third risk is future purchasing power. A total of $157,000 is an incredible milestone today. But over a 2-decade horizon, inflation will inevitably drive up the cost of tuition, rent, and food. The real-world value of that money at year 18 won't buy nearly as much as it does right now. So, how do we optimize this model? We don't change the goals, we tighten the mechanics. First, know your exit route. If your child decides to bypass post-secondary education entirely, you aren't trapped. While you can always withdraw your original principal contributions tax-free, the growth and government grants face strict rules. In many cases, the plan can be transferred to an eligible sibling. Or you may be able to transfer up to $50,000 of RESP investment income into your RRSP through an accumulated income payment if you meet the eligibility requirements and have available contribution room. Second, optimize asset location. Do not default to a taxable account for that extra $100 a month if you still have unused contribution room in your own TFSA. Tax-free compounding inside your TFSA will generally outperform a comparable taxable account. Automating this monthly contribution is an incredible habit that can completely change your child's financial trajectory. The calculator gives you the dream. Execution determines the outcome. Tax efficiency, sequence risk, inflation, time. Assumptions change, opinions change. The math doesn't. See you next time.